So hello everyone. As you can see, today's lesson is going to be a bit different to normal as we're out in nature. I wanted to take you guys with me on one of my favourite nature walks, and we're going to look at expressions, idioms, verbs as they come up very naturally as I take you with me on this lovely walk through the British countryside in spring. So guys, welcome to beautiful Lancashire. Lancashire is in the north of England, and the terrain in this area is really varied. So we've got hills, we've got waterfalls, we've got farmland, and that's one of the reasons why I love this walk, because the terrain is so varied. So we're going to go through different types of terrain as we walk around. As many of you know, I am a nature lover, so I just love getting out into nature and appreciating all that it has to offer. And there's no better time than to do this than, of course, at springtime when everything is in full bloom. So the bluebells are out, as you can see them behind me. There'll be lambs in the fields. Maybe we might get to see some interesting wildlife. Who knows? Right, everyone, are we ready to set off?
Hi guys, so quick boyfriend filming update. So we've been here for about 5 minutes. I've now managed to lose Sabrah because Sabrah's lost her sunglasses. And so she's gone back looking for those. I'm just about to get attacked by some sheep. And so I'm not really sure what's going to happen. But hopefully you'll see the rest of this walk in a bit. And if you don't, then please somebody send a search party to look for us. Bye-bye.
Getting puffed out already. I'm a bit scared. I'm going to haul this lump all the way up the hill to the top of basically a small mountain that we're going up. Wish me luck, guys. Hello. 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 Oh, you're all so cute. Can I take you home?
So guys, the walk we're going on today is more of a leisurely stroll, if you want it to be. You could go a bit faster and perhaps have more of a brisk walk, which would mean a much faster walk, so putting more energy into it. But today, and especially in my current state, I feel more like a leisurely walk, so a leisurely stroll or a gentle stroll, which means just taking it easy and soaking up the gorgeous countryside around. Now, another verb that you can use to describe walking is to saunter. To saunter. And to saunter is probably even more exaggerated than stroll. This is when you're very relaxed. And it even suggests a certain casual attitude if you saunter, even perhaps a bit of confidence. So there's 3 verbs there, guys, or 2 verbs and 1 adjective with the word walk. So we had to stroll, to saunter, or to go for a brisk walk. Now, you could even hike here. This is hiking territory, but as I said, I'm not really up for that today, but certainly it is getting a bit steeper now, so I'm going to have to put a bit more energy into it. There's also a little bit of a nip in the air today, so it's typical kind of UK spring weather. We have had lovely sunny days, but today it is a nice day. It's mild, but there is a slight nip in the air, meaning a little bit cold, so you might need to wear a jacket. So now, guys, we're going to head up to the beautiful waterfall and then take you up to the top of the hill where we're going to see lots of the valley around. So lovely views to come. Hi everyone, good time to take a little break. Have to say I was feeling a little bit worn out, which is an adjective meaning to feel tired and like you need a little bit of a rest. So it's a good time to teach you some spring idioms. So we have quite a lot of phrases that are connected to nature, and actually some even have the word spring in it. And one of those is to have a spring in your step, to have a spring in your step. Now a spring is a little jump. So if you spring, this suggests that you have a positive attitude, that you're feeling cheerful. To have a spring in your step can mean that you're quite happy and you're in a good mood. Now, it doesn't necessarily literally mean that you are springing, so you are jumping, but it means that you seem like you're in an upbeat mood and feeling cheerful. So to have a spring in your step. Another one which we have for spring is, of course, to be full of the joys of spring. And to be full of the joys of spring means to be, again, in a good mood, feeling positive. Spring is the kind of time where, after a long winter, we do start to feel more joyful, as obviously things are getting warmer, it's greener, nature's coming into back to life. So we can also say that we're full of the joys of spring. Now, one that is a little bit more negative is to be no spring chicken. And to be no spring chicken actually means that you're not very young. So if we say, well, I'm not sure she'll be able to make it round the walk, or I'm not sure she'll be able to run a marathon, she's no spring chicken, we mean she's not very young. Spring chicken, of course, we associate with being perhaps newly a chick, really, so quite recently born. So we can say, she's no spring chicken, meaning she's not very young. Now, another one that I wanted to teach you, which doesn't have spring in the title, but we can use it a lot. And of course, we've been surrounded by grass, so it came to my mind. And this one is, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Now, you probably have some kind of translation of this in your own language, because it's a concept which we can all understand. And it's basically that what we imagine will be good. So, for example, we always think what we don't have is going to be better than what we have. So we say the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. So where you are, the grass doesn't look as good. So basically, what you don't have always seems better than what you have. So it's kind of, when we say this to someone, it's kind of a way of saying, almost be grateful for what you have. Just remember, sometimes what you don't have, it might look greener, but it might not necessarily be as good as you think. Another one that has just come into my head is, of course, to spring to mind. And if something springs to mind, it comes into your mind very quickly. So it pops into your mind, really. So to spring to mind. So you might say, it's just sprung to mind that we must pop to Tesco's on the way home. We don't have any butter. It's just sprung to mind. Guys, we made it to the top. It was a little bit tiring, but as you can see, it was well worth it. The view is absolutely spectacular. You have a 360-degree view, which is just incredible. Now, I would describe this kind of landscape as quite rugged. It's uneven. It's not particularly tamed, if you like. It's not like perhaps the sort of pretty England that you might see down in the south. This is a lot more hilly, and of course not quite so farmed in some ways, so not the green fields that you might see down south, but it is absolutely beautiful. It's also very vast, meaning very big, massive. And of course the other thing is that it's stunningly beautiful, or at least I think so. I hope you guys agree with me. Now, time for a little relax, I think. I'll tell you what, I'm gasping for a cup of tea. Just having a little rest at the top, just chilling out, and luckily the sun is coming out now, so hopefully we might have better weather on the way down, and hopefully we might see some other wildlife, not just sheep. We haven't been that lucky today. My boyfriend is in the background there relaxing, but I'm not allowed to show you him as he's feeling a little camera shy.
So how do you think animal spotting has gone today?
Pretty poor. I think it's been pretty poor. Yeah, plenty of sheep, every variety of sheep.
Have you seen anything else apart from sheep?
No, nothing. Literally just a blackbird. Oh, I did see a bee. I saw one bee, and that was it. But no, not a sniff of anything else, I'm afraid. Right, guys, we are almost back where we started, and we're heading now into a beautiful little Lancashire village called Chipping. Very idyllic, very picturesque. So we're going to finish our walk there. But thank you so much for joining me on this lovely gentle stroll through the Lancashire hills. And I do hope this has been a little bit more of a relaxing lesson for you, a little bit more chilled out, but hope you still learned some good vocabulary. Do tell me in the comments what hobbies you have, whether you like walking in nature. So tell me all about that in the comments below. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye-bye.